9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
Tune in.
This is your Friday Night Lights podcast, photo and entertainment in Middle Georgia sales and services. Coke, don't worry about Pepsi.
I had to go see a man about a music.
Look at here, look at here.
A-Town down.
And you better not lose.
Tune in.
Not so fast, my friend.
You better say it with your chest.
Come on now, shout it.
And you better not lose.
Hey, you better watch your mouth now.
I am a Lego.
Better shut your mouth.
Yes, I am. I don't mean to interrupt.
Better say it with your chest.
Let's get it.
And you better not lose.
What's good, peoples?
What's good, everybody? How are you? Hey, what's going on, Mike? Welcome.
Man, can't call it. Well, speak of the devil, right on time.
All right. Welcome to everybody in the podcast land. Welcome to our Wednesday night edition of the Friday Night Lights podcast show. I am your girl, Jess, and we have on with us Mike. Say hello to the people.
Hello. Hold my beer for me.
And we have Yo, our analyst. And last but not least, in the background, we have our EP, Mo. This is going to be an interesting episode, I do believe.
I feel some type of way.
Why is that?
Because she said, we got Mike telling people hello. We got Yo, but we ain't studying him. He ain't got to speak.
Oh, no. I'm so sorry, y'all. Let me start over. We have Mike. Tell the people hello.
Hold my beer.
And we have Yo. Tell the people hello.
Hola, people.
Hello, Jeremy.
It felt good to be able to tell you all hello.
Man, who you telling? I miss y'all, people. I miss y'all.
We miss you too. What's going on, Jeffrey? I know we will probably have a lot of people making comments this evening. We have a very interesting show. So with that.
Oh, we just gonna jump into it, huh? Just like that.
Into it. Okay.
Okay, cool. No problem, man. We could do that.
Y'all, we gotta, don't get upset with us. Hello, Deshaun. So Jeffrey, you just gonna get in there.
Telling people not to get upset with us about the ranking is just like saying get upset with us, because they gonna get upset regardless.
And really it shouldn't, because the only thing that matters is who's going to hold the trophy up at the end of the season. It's not like college. Like, we don't have a committee that votes on who gets into the playoffs. So I mean, y'all are upset about a preseason ranking, but that's okay. But Jeffrey, we're going to answer your question. Why Johnson County is in the top 10 and they lost all their all-time leading rusher and a slew of other talent.
I do want to say one thing before we get started in this.
Okay.
All I want to say is, throughout this evening, I don't want to hear anything about last year. Last year is just that. Last year.
Now, let me just stop thirst right there. And you know my saying, I don't mean to interrupt you, but we released an early preseason ranking based off of last year. We got so much gripe from everybody about what's upcoming this year. Now that we released our preseason ranking solely based on this year, acquisition of players, acquisition of new coaches, the loss of players, the loss of coaches. Now we get backlash on what happened last year. Like, somewhere it got to be a common ground, people. Y'all got to understand some kind of way. And maybe Jess and Mike have a little patience for you all with this, but I have none, zero. If you come on
Okay.
today talking about what happened last year, I'm getting your ass out of there. And that's just the bottom line.
Oh my
And
goodness.
I ain't even mad at you on that one because I'm feeling the same way. What we put out back in June, that were early. Oh, we talking that? Are we talking 2 weeks away season kickoffs? All right, come Friday, it's 2 weeks away. So I'm with you, yo. I'm not trying to hear it. I ain't trying to listen to it. Don't come at me with nothing about last year. We beat this team. We beat that team. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it.
I'm a little more civilized than these two gentlemen, but it is
No.
what it is. Marquise, welcome. Blessings to you as well, young man.
So we're gonna start it off from the bottom and work our way to the top. Anybody tell me why these ain't the best 4 teams in Division 2 right now? The top 4 teams. Tell me why they're not the top 4 teams in Division 2 right now. That's all I want to know. Well, while we're waiting for somebody to comment on that, I'm going to comment on the question about Johnson County. Here's my thing with Johnson County. Johnson County lost 85% of their offense. You got to prove yourself. Bottom line.
I think his question is, why are they in the top 10 at all?
Because they got majority of their defense returning. And when you get below them, you're looking at people like Charlton County, McIntosh County Academy, Telfair County, Christian Heritage, Washington Wilkes, Jenkins County, Emmanuel County Institute. That's what you're looking at beneath them.
So Jeffrey, who do you think needs to be in that number 10 slot? Mike, who do y'all play next week for scrimmage?
We don't play nobody next week for scrimmage. We play. Oh no, we don't play nobody next week. We play somebody on. Is it? Hold on. Is it next week?
The 11th. Y'all play somebody, right?
No, we play on the 4th. Everybody play on the 4th.
Oh.
Not everybody. Some scrimmage games are on the 11th.
Oh, okay. We playing on the 4th. We playing Stevenson.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, next Friday. Yeah, it is next Friday. Yeah, next Friday we playing Stevenson.
In the onesie?
Yeah, in the onesie.
Okay.
Steve.
Huh?
Steve.
He going in and out. So
yeah, that's R2D2. Your R2D2.
I know, right?
Yeah, I don't know. I guess Johnson County kind of has to go there out of respect. Exactly.
Well, it ain't. No, it's not out of respect. It's no respect given to a team. The thing is, and I hope we got some. I hope we got some TCC fans on here. The data. All right. Basically, when you got a team returning almost 90% of their defense, you gotta give them some credit on that. I'm not gonna say respect, but you got to take a look at that. Whereas, like take a Clinch County for example. Clinch County lost 17% of their defense, but what they're returning on offense, they only lost 27% of offense production from last year.
Mm-hmm.
So it speaks volumes for Clinch County. They're bringing back people that played last season.
Hello.
That had an impact. All right.
Hello.
That's the thing we're looking at. That's what they're returning.
Yes, man.
So that's what we're looking at. Just because a team beat somebody in front of them last year, in quotation mark, and what that means. Last year done and over with.
Jeffrey says Telfair lost their quarterback. Jenkins County, we haven't proven anything, and MCA lost a lot as well as ECI. So he's saying he understands why Johnson County is.
Yeah. You take let me see, you brought up MCA. MCA lost 58% of their offense and 68% of their defense.
Ooh.
Production from last year. Why would I even vote to put them in the top 10?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And what was the other school you said? You said ECI. Did we do the research? Let me see. Did we run the numbers on it? No, we didn't even run the numbers on ECI because we knew they weren't there.
What's going on, Wody? How you doing? Welcome. He says Doherty and Dooley scrimmage on August the 4th. Okay.
Jenkins County.
Why not put Jenkins County there?
Tell me something I don't know about Jenkins County, Mr. Murray. Give me some insight on Jenkins County that I don't know.
Did they make the playoffs last year? I think they did.
Yeah, they made the playoffs last year. Yeah, they did.
Didn't Clinch used to be 1A a few years ago?
I got to look that one up. I couldn't tell you.
Clinch,
Be honest with
Charlton.
you on that one.
Yes, I think. Okay, Dooley. So Boughton must have lost a lot of players. They won the state last year, right?
Bowden lost 79% of their offensive production from last year and over 53% of their defensive production from last year.
Oh. Jeffrey Murray says 19 seniors returned, the whole offense, and 14 all regions performers.
Okay, give me a second. Let me take a look at something. So we talk. Who we talking about? Jenkins County, right? Yeah, Jenkins County. That's who we talking about.
Why did I think they were in the other single A division, Division 1?
Mm-hmm. Trying to find my notes on Jenkins County, so give me a second. That's what I'm trying to do right now.
No problem.
Because I can't remember all this stuff.
We will wait. In the meantime, podcast land, do you see anybody else on this Division 2 list that you have questions about or that you think need to be put in other places? Talk to us.
Oh, that's what it was. Okay, here's the issue we had with Jenkins County. We didn't have any stats on Jenkins County, so we couldn't effectively evaluate them. That's what the issue was with Jenkins County.
So you told us something we didn't know, Jeffrey.
Where you been since June? We could have held a conversation. But at the end of the day, here's the bottom line. On any of these rankings that we're gonna put up, majority of 7 through 10, they may end up being replaced by the end of the year. Keep that in mind. So 7 through 10 on any poll that we display tonight, what you feel? Close your eyes, reach your hand in that bowl, and pull out a piece of paper. Tell me what school is on it.
Walter said he needs his top fan badge back. This is a new page.
Hey, I ain't gonna say that, but don't tell nobody I told you. Hit up the EP. All right, we're gonna roll on.
Okay.
Division 1. Tell me 4 better teams right now in Division 1 than these top 4 teams in Division 1. Because I'm gonna ask the same question 6 more times tonight. Actually 5, because I got an issue with one class.
Okay.
I can't say that same question with one class. But that's my question. Are there 4 teams better than these top 4 teams right now in Division 1? And somebody said Irvin County. Who said Irvin County?
Facebook user, who are you? State your name. It's just showing up Facebook user. So you're saying Irwin County is better than the top 4, at least one of the teams in the top 4. Oh, what's up, Honcho?
All right. All I'm gonna say is when it comes to Irwin County, I'm not gonna say I gave you a break, but I will say this. Starting on the offensive side of the ball, you lost 72% of your offensive production from last year. Cody Soliday is gone. All right, who's the new QB1 for them? Because the guy that was behind him, Luke Snyder, he had only attempted 9 passes in 5 games. All right. Now, granted, they're losing about 10 seniors overall. But my problem is, can Shane Marshall carry the load for the offense?
Jeremy seems to think Brooks County can be put in the top 4.
Give me some data on Brooks County. We already spoke on this. Give me some data on Brooks County to effectively evaluate them. Give me some stats. Somebody give me their season stats from last year to properly evaluate them and their roster.
And Metter. Okay, so y'all, so give us some insight as to what they're bringing back. Give us some stats, because like Mike said, 7 through 10, can be changed probably because they don't have as many stats on that.
All I'm saying is them top 4 teams in Division 1. That might be your Final 4. The only reason that it won't be is if 2 of them meet in the quarterfinal.
Jeffrey said Metter lost a lot and has a new coach. Okay.
Yeah, I give you that. But at the same time, though, Metter is Metter. They have the opportunity to sustain. I'm gonna put it like that. They got an opportunity to sustain it. That's all they have to do is sustain what they're building there. And I'm gonna leave it at that.
All right. Welcome, Leonardo, to the podcast. We're gonna get to 2A in just a minute. And before we get there, just start typing up and then press in when we get to 2A. Just start typing up why they should be in the top 10. Hey Jamie, how are you today? We're glad to have you. And the coach, Jeffrey Murray, says the Metter coach, I'm assuming, has a good track record. So we'll see.
Yeah, and like I say, we're not taking away from anything. All we're asking for Metter to do is maintain. That's all we're asking for Metter to do is maintain what they've been, what they've been doing.
Welcome, Daniel. He says St. Francis lost a lot to the transfer portal.
We're gonna see. Now,
where's St. Francis located? So I can figure out where they went.
In Alpharetta. So ain't no telling where they went. They probably went to Alpharetta.
Gotcha.
Yeah. But my thing with Metter, though, for the last since 2019, Metter has been doing their thing. Mm-hmm. Now, could it be that Metter? I'm not gonna say Metter. Yeah, I'm gonna say it. Metter could have had a good class that came through. That's why I was saying you made the quarterfinals or better, quarterfinals or semifinals since 2019. I'm giving you the benefit of the doubt that you guys can maintain when it comes to Metter.
Hello, Primetime Gridiron. Welcome. Hey, Greg. What's going on, O'Neal? Jamie says he got caught with going to the ship. We'll be talking about 7A in just a little bit.
We sure will. All right, 2A. Once again, I don't want to hear nothing about last year. Don't want to hear it. Not paying attention to it, not going to entertain it. So if your comment has the words last and year in it, don't even send it. With that being said, I'm being real because that's all I've seen in the comments today is Thompson beat the teams in front of them last year. Okay, and what that mean this year?
Thompson's contention is that they're even better than they are last year.
Okay, prove it. We put you in a position. What Thompson doesn't understand is you are in a position to where, one, if you handle your business and the people in front of you lose, you can be the number 1 team going into the playoffs. You got 10 games in 12 weeks to prove yourself. Because as of right now, and this is as honest as I can be to the Thompson fan base, we thought you guys were a one-hit wonder. Ooh. Can you do it again? I'm gonna be honest, because you came out of nowhere last year, i.e., a one-hit wonder. Can you do it again this year?
I,
Because go ahead.
no, go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, I was just gonna say that, when you go back and actually look at their track record over the last, I mean, I don't care how far back you want to go, 5, 10, 20 years, Thompson wasn't that school. You know, Thompson wasn't that school. Yeah, you've been making the playoffs every year, but the thing is, let's be honest. Take a look at your region. Look who you playing. Of course you're gonna make the playoffs, but when you got in the playoffs, it took y'all a long time. Y'all hadn't been to the finals since 2017.
Okay.
And when you did that, and when they did that in 4A, and that's when they was in 4A, you got beat down by Blessed Trinity. I'm sorry, not Blessed Trinity. In 2016, when y'all went to the finals, when y'all was in 4A, you got beat down by Cartersville, 58-7.
Welcome, Azaleas. Let me know if I'm saying your name right. Let me Azaleas or Azaleas, whatever. Let me know if I'm saying it right or I'm saying it wrong, because I want to pronounce your name correctly. He said Thompson has reloaded. I don't think they're one hit wonder, simply for the fact that it's a kind of community and they all kind of related, and so the talent is there. So I think if they have a feeder system in place, I don't think they'll be one hit wonders, especially since they've gone down to Division 2. I think they'll make a little noise. Okay, so Leonardo says that we were talking about Lucy Laney, right? He said,
Lucy Laney.
Yeah, he said they lost to the 2A state champ 15-14. They returned every starter but 4.
And what year?
They lost last year. He didn't say last year. He's just saying they lost. I mean, they played them tough last year, and those same people are coming back. He said, except for 4.
Oh, he's talking about Thompson 14-15. That's what he's talking about?
Yeah.
Okay.
No, they lost.
Yeah. 14-15. You're right.
All the starters are coming back, but 4. So you make a great case for them to be in the top 10.
No, he don't.
Why not?
Laney has not been out of the first round of a playoff format since 2013.
Okay, but what we're talking about is what they have, right?
And what I'm saying is, your pattern doesn't support your case right now. Because you got to take into account, dude, y'all missed the playoffs between 2017 and 2020 and 2020. Y'all couldn't even make the playoffs in COVID.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Okay.
That track record is not helping your case, dude. I'm telling you right now. What you're saying, I hear what you're saying, but your track record is not helping your case. This is your first winning season. Last year was your first winning season, legitimate winning season since 2015.
Well, I would not be surprised if I see y'all in the top 10 as the season goes on. Jeffrey John Tavius was a stud. Jamie asked what happened to ELCA.
New coach, don't know how it's going to impact the program, but at the end of the day, though, they're still a program, and they're still one of the programs in 2A.
Dro, stop acting up. I'm gonna tell you to go take a nap.
I ain't paying him no mind.
Thompson made noise in 3A, just not against elite 3A teams, which is true. Jeremy says our offense is fine. We just got a few loopholes to fix on our defense, but that's going to get there. Dro says anyone using Laney as a measuring stick should be kicked out of the comments. Listen, I bet
Man,
you
we wish we
top
could.
10.
Man, we wish we could kick him out of the comments, but we can't. I want these comments coming in. I want these comments to come in because I got a rebuttal for this by any and every comment because the season coming around the corner. I'm ready to get busy.
Disrespect. Oh, y'all just disrespecting Lucy Laney. It said Lincolnton would beat Laney. Oh, y'all are so disrespectful.
You know what? Man, you know what? We're going to say, you know what? Let's go. You know what? All right. Bottom line is, as of right now, these top 4 teams in 2A. Can anybody not see these top 4 teams in 2A right now in the Final Four? The only team to me that would be questioned, well, actually, it's 2 teams right now, Thompson and Northeast. And the reason I bring up Northeast is because of I don't want to see them wearing out the running back.
Yeah.
Callaway, Jeremy, I'm with you on this one. Callaway is my sleeper team in 2A. All right. That is my sleeper team in 2A is Callaway. My only issue is their region.
I have a question about Thompson. In the past, have you all lost any kids to Augusta schools, and are those kids now staying in Thompson since you've seen winning? That's just a question. They have Nick Wofford.
Yeah,
They have lost. I think their line. They've lost a lot of people on the line. I don't think they're as big and stout as they were before. So we'll see. Prime time. What about North Cobb?
Now I wouldn't run anything past North Cobb either, but I like Callaway over North Cobb personally myself.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Ferguson. I just wondered. I know y'all didn't have anybody coming in. I was just wondering if there were any schools from Thompson that were going to any private schools from Augusta. I was just asking because I didn't know.
Now I will say this on Callaway. Callaway's only losing 7 seniors from last year.
No,
They only lost 7 seniors from last year.
Oh, okay. You're from Lincolnton, but fan from Thompson. Okay.
And then when you look at North Cobb lost a lot of production from last year.
Marquis said Atlanta fans been talking about Thompson since last year. I mean, 15-14, that might be a feather in their hat. So, you know.
But, all right. Everybody understand why we got Pierce County drop down low. DJ Bell's gone. What's going to happen with him?
Huncho said he loves being the underdog, so bring it on.
And basically, that's what she is this year. You got to prove that you can win without DJ Bell.
And
when it comes to Pierce County.
Do y'all play in Appleton this year, or does Pierce County does Appleton come to Pierce?
Oh, this upcoming season? Oh, that's a good question.
Hey, Joe said if you're playing close games with Laney, you lose cool points in the poll.
You know what? Somebody take his phone away. Somebody take his phone away.
I think he was Jeffrey. I think he did come from Augusta, Richmond Cat. I don't know though. I really don't. They come to the Bear Den. Then Jane said, "Yeah, I don't even know what Pierce gonna look like without DJ Bell."
I mean, my whole thing is, I'm gonna be honest with Pierce County. I hope they develop a quarterback. That's all I ask of Pierce County is develop a quarterback that in 2 years, not this season but next season, can give you play. That's all I'm saying, and that's what I wish for Pierce County.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Curry is from Thompson. He played at Richmond Academy his sophomore year. Okay.
All right.
All right, here we go.
Now, 3A. I had a look. I had a snafu with 3A with 4, 5, and 6, and I'm just gonna throw it out there. Now, Calvary Day. There's a lot of people has issues with Calvary Day. Here's my thing. Calvary Day is either gonna go 9-1 or 10-0 in the regular season. It all depends upon what number 5 Savannah Christian does at the end of the day. My thing is this with Calvary Day. We're not the top 5 teams on here. Any 4 of those top 5 teams are going to will be in the semifinals. And it's all dependent upon that Calvary Day Savannah Christian game. So we could have easily flipped Savannah Christian and Peach County.
All right. So Primetime says Carver Atlanta should be at number 2. Jamie says I like
what you smoking? What he smoking?
I don't know. Jamie says I like Calvary Day. They've got a great quarterback. And Greg Howard says that Peach County isn't a top 4 team. Man,
you know what? I'm not. You know what? Hold on. Repeat what you just said.
Peach County isn't a top 4 team.
Where that comment at? So I can put it on the screen so he can see it. He just came back.
Oh, he been.
Oh, there you go. There you go. He just came back on. I'm gonna let him comment on this one, and I'm not even gonna entertain what the heck. Pedro. I ain't gonna. I'm not gonna entertain what that Mexican fella saying.
Tell me why. I think it's called post on the post on someone's page that shared these rankings.
Okay, he got a bad connection. He got a bad. Well, I wish his connection was good right now. All right, here's my thing. Like I said,
they're a top 4 team, just like Pierce does. Don't put us in the category with you.
Here's my thing. When you look at 3A, you got 5 teams that you can say out of these 5, actually 6. I'm sorry, I'm sticking with my 5. Out of these 5 teams, 4 of these teams are going to be in the Final 4, and they're listed in the top 5 right now in this poll. The top 5 teams in 3A are listed accurately. Now, the order that they go in, it's opinionated. We could easily make an argument for Thomasville to be at number 2. Here's my thing, Thomasville though, you just got to prove yourself. Hey, do what you're supposed to do and handle your business, and you will be 2 or number 1.
Prime time, give us some examples. What nice pieces did you add?
Nah, forget all that. I want to answer this question right here.
I was gonna get to that too.
Oh, you're gonna get to that? Okay.
Well, you can go ahead since you add.
Because
go ahead. What's your authority out of your top 10? Because
not non-supporting cast for Cam Davis. Bottom line.
And also, tell me what team in this top 10 Dart is better than.
Wody, okay. Say it with your chest, Wody.
Hey, I'm down here in Perry, Georgia, man. Can y'all hear me yet? Am I still in bad reception?
We can hear you now.
No, we hear you.
Yeah, I'm trying to get out of Perry, Georgia, man. But somebody tell me the comment that said why Darty didn't crack the top 10. Out of this top 10 list, what team is Darty better than? I mean, we're looking at a one-man wrecking crew in Darty. And we know Cam Davis is a bad man. I don't take nothing from him. But after last year, we did the stats on that. What Cam Davis accumulated for about 90% of their offense, 85 or something?
But I ain't going back there, but yeah, it was like 85% of the offense.
No. It ain't about last year. That ain't what the rankings are for. I'm just saying. We know he's a bad man. I just said he.
Yeah.
But tell me one team Darty's better than in his top 10.
I don't see anybody. Of course, it's gonna be different. Oscar, welcome, darling. It's going to be different when the season starts because this is what's called a preseason poll. So, prime time. So let me go back up.
Oh my God, I didn't see that comment. That was funny. I'm not putting that up there. I'm not putting that on the screen.
Which one? You already put it up there, I think.
The one from that Mexican fella.
Oh, yeah. Let's see. Right now, Sandy Creek is the top. Is number one in your top 10. Pedro said Coach Patrick killed the Cougars program. So somebody said this surprise Chris isn't in the top 10. I think they lost a lot, Daniel.
I don't forgot what ranking hit the internet these last couple of days here. Where if you go back and look at the ranking, I think it was Cal's Prep or one of those rankings when it came to the state of Georgia from the classification we saw. Every state champion and runner-up was 1 and 2. I've never been one to feel like a team that won a state championship automatically deserved to be top-ranked dog in the next year's class, especially when you're Sandy Creek and you done lost everything on your roster. You know, I don't see why people think just because you won a championship the year before, you should automatically come into the next season as the number one team in that classification. That's not the way it works. So for people to think Sandy Creek and talk about Savannah Christian, which I think Savannah Christian is a better team than Calvary Day. I'm not sold on either one of those teams. I don't think neither one of them should be ranked ahead of your Carver Columbus, your Peach County, your Cedar Groves, or Oconee for that matter. But saying that you should automatically be the number one ranked team because you won a championship, that's just don't make a lick of bird sense to me.
Serious about what, Jeremy? Serious about what? What are you ever serious about, first of all? Second of all, what are you serious about? Let's see. Let me go back through these things. Sandy Creek is in trouble right now. Prime time. I would like for you to elaborate on what Carver Columbus is bringing in and from where. And there was a request for you, Mike, to break down why Cedar Grove is number one.
To be as humble as I can be, I'm gonna make this one comment and leave it at this.
You're loaded.
Not only do they have the toughest schedule in 3A, in every preseason poll that is coming out, they're ranked 75 or higher. And I'm not talking about state polls. I'm talking nationally.
National polls.
There is no other 3A school ranked that high. And plus, on top of that, you got key elements returning. Your quarterbacks returning.
Running backs
returning.
Receivers.
Receivers. And that's just on the offensive side of the ball. On the defensive side of the ball, you got defensive linemen that made impacts, linebackers that made impacts, secondary players that made impacts, returning.
Honcho say I got new recruits too.
Well, I'm gonna say it like this. I work on appliances for a living, if anybody that don't know. And when I change a part, control boards, and I train my guys that work for me and things like that, I tell them we call this plug and play. You know what I'm saying? You just take one wire off, you put it on the board. You take another wire off, you put it on the board. Although I'm a Peach County fan through and through, Cedar Grove is definitely number one in AAA because all they doing is plugging and playing. They just taking one wide receiver out that graduate and plugging another one in. If they plugging them in from Decatur High School, or they plugging them in from Stevenson High School or wherever, they plugging them in. But it don't change the fact
Columbia,
that
Howard.
Cedar Grove is the best team in 3A right now until otherwise proven wrong.
Let's see if I missed any comments before we move on. I think Carver Columbus is they've got something to say. They don't particularly like where they're ranked, and all I can say is, people, time will tell the story. These are just
Hey, shout out my boy J-Bo. I don't know if he on, but let me just tell the Carver Columbus. Let me just tell the Carver Columbus fans something right now. If you don't make a state championship appearance this year, you gonna get it from me. If you win your region, you will be on the right side of the bracket, which clearly has the easiest route to the state championship. If you win your region and don't make it to the state championship, which you check my receipts, I got Carver Columbus winning the region this year, just like I had Thomasville winning it last year. Carver Columbus will win the region. If you don't make the state championship, you're going to hear it because you got the easiest route of any 3A team to make the state championship.
Can I go back up to what Deshaun said earlier? I just want to plug it in right here. Since we're on 3A and we're talking about Carver Columbus. He said, as he did for Carver Columbus, he's just encouraging everybody in podcast land. If you can, do a water and a Powerade drive for your school, band, cheerleader, and football program. It's really hot outside, and we want to keep the kids hydrated so we won't lose them in this heat. I just want to drop that off.
Good stuff, Subs. Good stuff.
Hi, Jarius. Yes, we've done 2A, Jarius. Have you seen it? We can go back to it later on, but yeah, we've done 2A.
Shout out, Jarius. Where you repping?
Where you from?
Is that a Thompson guy? Because I think a lot of the Thompson people not pleased with where they was ranked.
Oh, we can go. What's good, J-Bo?
It's Carver, Columbus, and Cedar Grove's league. I don't think anybody is.
Hey, shout out my boy J-Bo, man. J-Bo sent me a bracket that shows Carver, Columbus, and Cedar Grove for the championship.
Lane, yeah, he's from Lane. Jarius, they did y'all real wrong, Jarius. I hate you weren't on here, but they did you real wrong, buddy. I was pulling for you, but you know, when somebody indicated that Lucy Laney should be in the top 10 because they lost to Thompson 15-14 and they're only losing 4 starters. Yeah, we got a whole bunch of feedback. It wasn't really positive, but I believe in you, okay?
Well, I wasn't here for that, and I hadn't really done any kind of research on Laney this year, so just prove yourself, Jarius. We'll definitely get you where you're supposed to be. Just let the team go out and do what they're supposed to do, and we'll definitely give you the recognition you deserve.
Everything handled it.
Ain't no research to do.
Carver Columbus has to make noise this season.
Definitely. They got the easiest route if they win. Now, let's be honest. Play in the toughest region in 3. Well, I say that, but I'm starting to think Region 8 may have took that over due to the fact that the top 4 teams in Region 1, they are kind of heavy. Well, the top 3 because Doherty, Carver, and Thomasville. But with the demise of Cordele, Georgia, and everything under them is just trash. Yeah, I think Region 8 has taken that. But
Cordele got bigger problems right now.
Yeah, they got a whole lot of problems. Sheriff taking over down there and stuff. But
this dope house is closed. Oh, my bad. I wasn't supposed to say that, was I? I'm so sorry.
But it's okay. Where you represent? Who you represent, Jonathan? And who's being politically correct? How what, Jerry? Dro, we not go to bed, Dro.
Ain't you on, babe? Where's Mr. Gump? Mrs. Gump. He's on vacation.
Yeah, but you know what? That old Mexican fella, he sure do got a lot of free time on his hand down in Mexico, don't he?
He's on vacation. Enjoy yourself, man. Drink a Mai Tai. Kick back with your feet up, man.
Yo, enjoy yourself. He said, tell that man from Lana the truth.
I ain't did no research on him, bro. I can't speak what I don't know.
You know what? I'm gonna say it again. From 2017 through 2020, Laney ain't made the playoff. Laney ain't had a true winning season since 2015.
Jonathan Houston says he likes all South Fulton County schools. Okay, my brother is works for Fulton, South Fulton, City of South Fulton Parks and Recreation.
Hold on, whoa. Hold on. I'm sorry on this. I'm sorry to interrupt you. I got to steal the line from Brother Young. I don't mean to interrupt you, but damn it, Houston, pick one.
Hey, let that man rep Banneker High. Let that man rep Creekside. Let that man rep Langston Hughes. Let that man rep what he want to rate down there, man.
Man, that man repping Lake. Man, that man repping schools that don't even exist no more. Lakeshore. MD Collins.
You can rep whoever you want to, Jonathan. Jerry said, Dro, listen to what Jerry has said. He said they held Curry under 100-yard all-purpose yard. He gave everybody else 100 plus.
Hey, so let me get this from Dro. First off, Laney and Thompson is probably the biggest rivalry over there on that northeast side of that Augusta area. Like, let's be honest, Laney and Thompson been going at it for years. Bruh, that was a rivalry game, bruh. They supposed to have played their best game against Curry. They probably never got up again like that the remainder of the season against any other team like they did against Thompson.
And so, Jarius, was this game at Lucy Laney Stadium or was it in Thompson? Okay, and so, yeah, Jeremy, we not. I
had to put that up there. Man, I almost spit my yak out on that.
I knew your messy self was gonna do that.
Wait, so Joe said?
No, Jeremy.
Put it back up there. Hey, I ain't gonna even comment on Jeremy. I'll let y'all give the satisfaction. I ain't dealing with Jeremy.
You ain't finna do precisely like that.
Jerry
That's all I'm
said
saying.
they went 8-2 last year and they got everybody back. Prove yourself, Jerry. You have all of them eating crow. I believe in you.
I'll be the first one. I'll be the first one, Jarius. But like I said, I think in 2A, which is to me the fourth best classification in Georgia high school football, 2A. I think it's just too many teams in that top 10 that will give Laney the business on any given Friday night. So you got to really prove yourself to get in that top 10 in 2A.
Yeah, it's tough. It's tough. Tri-Cities, yeah.
No, don't worry. No, don't worry about Jonathan. He talking about basketball. So that's the only thing Tri-City known for is basketball.
Okay, let's move on to 4A. This Pedro's favorite classification.
The lamest and the weakest classification in Georgia high school football.
Okay, does anybody have anything to say about 4A?
Nope. All right, cool. Let's keep on moving.
I gotta say this.
Oh, my bad.
I gotta go say this. Perry is not the number 4 team in the state. Okay.
Who the number 4 team?
As much as this is gonna hurt me and probably give me all kind of nightmares tonight to say, Perry is easily the top 2 to 4 team in 3A. In 4A.
Listen, I said that because he said Peach County won the top 4.
Well, we know Greg, and hold on now. I ain't gonna even put my homeboy, like I said, Greg is a guy from Perry that I just met a couple of weeks ago, and we talked football in a little group that I talked with a bunch of my peer guys. Shout out Mike Clarence and Eddie Gary. But Greg, from what I hear, Greg kids went to school in Macon, man. Greg, you represent Northeast, man. Somewhere up there, man. Get off of Perry right now. Don't talk about Peach County like you hating Peach County when you represent like 2 or 3 schools against your own home school. I'm gonna put that out there. Now, and saying that, I ain't gonna throw tit for tat why they saying Peach is not a fourth team in the state in AAA. Perry is easily in the top 2 to 4. They can be 2, 3, or 4 in any given poll. We know they lost their top rusher, 1,000-yard rusher. They lost a 2,700-yard passer, but they brought in a 3-star, soon-to-be 4-star quarterback that they got out of Peach County, and they got a committee of running backs that can easily put up 800 yards apiece this year to be 1,600-yard rushers. They returning 1,100-yard 4-star receiver. Like, Perry is easily top 2 to 4. And it pains me. I probably have all kind of nightmares tonight saying that, but that's the truth on Perry.
Everybody's talking about LaGrange and how they're going to make noise. And Jamie says he has Bainbridge winning it all.
Well, Jamie, I feel sorry for you. That ain't happening. So, again, that's the only thing I can look at this ranking and say I kind of disagree with. Don't sleep on LaGrange this year. We know Troop and LaGrange are in the same region. We know Troop has been kind of controlling that region since that region came about the last couple of years. But you better pay some attention and do some research on what it is LaGrange has been doing down there. LaGrange got some bona fide moves going on over there, and they ain't just no moves that just gonna be in a uniform. These bona fide moves are gonna be on the field contributing. So I think LaGrange will edge out Troop this year for that region and make a deep run in the playoff. I'm talking semifinals. And in 4A, that ain't hard to do. Like, let's be real.
Got a top 5 quarterback 2024 from Carrollton.
Yes, they did. And that kid was a starter at Carrollton and looking good until Juju came in. So let's know that LaGrange is going to be on the move this year. And again, they win that region and make a semifinals appearance.
Daniel says don't sleep on Stockbridge because they're loaded too.
I saw a poll. I don't know if you all saw this. Somebody actually had Stockbridge facing I think that was Drew. Shout out Drew.
Drew, shout out. He going through the trees again.
No, we're going to the park.
Jeremy, what are you talking about? Peach would be in the top 4 and 7A. Nobody said anything like that. Clear your ears out, boy. God.
Jeremy, do me a favor. Find the highest tree you can find.
Tie a rope on that branch.
Tie a rope on that branch. And tie the other end somewhere around your neck.
And say, Geronimo!
And start singing R. Kelly. I believe I can fly.
Okay.
And flap your wings.
Perry is better than most of the teams except Wayne County.
Who told that? Who said that?
Drew?
Well,
yeah.
Well, we know Wayne County beat Perry last year, and they shouldn't have. Perry was a better team than Wayne County. And let me clarify this, because I argue this with a lot of people all the time. If a team loses a football game, do not think your team was the best team. The best team don't always win.
That's true.
People for some reason, it's like a mental blockage. Clean the Tootsie Rolls out your ears when I say this. The best team does not always win. So, Wayne County coach had a plan. They executed that plan to a T. It's the reason why Wayne County beat Perry last year. But Wayne County is definitely not a better team than Perry last year nor this year. And Wayne County got one of the top running backs in the state. 1,700 yards rushed for last year. I think the kid go over 2,000 this year because I think he'll be heavily more relied on this year than he was last year. But Wayne County should be what they was last year, which is a second round or quarterfinal exit.
Nope, but Wayne County seems to be better coached. Okay. Greg says Peach County former quarterback is searching for a ring. Well, he can look for it in the daytime with a flashlight. He ain't gonna
He's
find
not
it.
gonna get it down there in Scary Perry.
And ain't.
Because
Hey,
guess
Mr.
what?
Robert.
If you look at the bracket, Greg, since you want to keep on talking Perry with your Northeast self, your quarterfinal matchup will be against the two-time state champions in 4A, and I don't see them letting their foot off the gas no time soon. So you're looking at a quarterfinal exit again this year. Big ups Perry, because they done made 3 quarterfinals, and you made 2 quarterfinals and you got put out in the second round unexpectedly by Wayne County last year. But you won't get past the quarterfinal round this year. If I was you, I'll tank the region. I'll lose a region game. I'll go in as a 2 seed. I'll get on the other side of that bracket so I can face them in the championship on a neutral field, and maybe you'll have a shot. But if you play Benedictine in that quarterfinals, you're dead.
Well, you can start right there, but you
just
man,
said
y'all.
another team doesn't always win.
I wouldn't care if Perry, and let me say, I got my little cousin. I got a cousin playing DB. I got a cousin that's gonna be the starting running back. Last year quarterback was my cousin. I got no ill will with Perry besides the name Perry. It just irks me. But Perry will not beat Benedictine unless tank the region, y'all. You ain't got to win a region. You don't want 3 straight region champions. Let somebody else have some fun. Because if you win that region and you got to go down there to Savannah somewhere, bothering them folk down there at that military college over there, it ain't going to be pretty.
Yeah, and just make sure you stop in Pooler somewhere to get your food on the way back home.
Get your food on the way back. It's a long ride up 16 with all your eye paint fading on your face from the tears.
Yeah, I'd stop in Pooler if I were you. I wouldn't stop in Savannah.
I don't know about Pooler, because they say the police over there in Pooler, they ain't right.
That's why they can stop. They on the bus. They okay.
Hey, man, hey, just go to that concession stand and grab some snacks for the road. That concession stand ain't half bad.
No, you got a great booster club down there, Perry. Just have them pack you some sack lunches or something. Just come on back from down there, bothering them folks, and eat your peanut butter and jelly sandwiches.
Hey, go to Benedictine concession stand. It's almost as good as the onesie.
Okay.
And don't feel bad, Perry. We handle our business as Peach County, man. We got to see Cedar Grove in the quarterfinal. And guess what? We want all the smoke. I'm talking the whole chimney stack. We want it.
Even the ashes and the cinders.
Yes.
All right, moving on to 5A. Moving on to 5A. I'm trying to figure out how somebody in the world in a poll had Dutchtown at number 2 and Carterville somewhere around number 7.
Yeah, I think that's that stuff they call drugs.
Okay. So they got a few dope houses left open at Cordell, huh?
Yeah.
Okay.
They doing something down there. Sheriff ain't took all of them.
Okay. So they got a few open. Okay. All right. First thing first, this is what I want to speak on Ware County. Ware County. Let me know what your quarterback is looking like for this upcoming year. Who is it?
O'Neal says he gets the Ware County ranking because they lost a lot of key players, and he's ready to see how they come out and play.
It's a true fan, O'Neal. Shout out O'Neal, man. O'Neal, good fan of the show, man. You always speak the truth. That's real, man. When you think about what Ware did last year, and check our receipts, Friday Night Lights, we had you all winning the championship last year. And then you lose that kind of productivity.
It hurts. Makes you want to cry.
Yes. Now, I'm okay with this ranking itself of 2 teams. Jones sitting at number 10.
Okay.
That's going to be a sleeper.
Here's my thing. And we talked about this in our early preseason poll, and it's the same thing here. It's 3 teams on this poll from the same region.
Yeah,
One,
and number 6, I'm sorry. I know they lost their coach. I know they lost a running back, a defensive end that's probably the best in the country, if not number 2, 5-star defensive end. Come on, somebody help me. Big Burley to Clemson.
I was going to say Heather Baby, but
Yeah, but Warner Robins, I'm telling you, it's Creekside and Warner Robins show. Now, I do apologize. I haven't looked at the 5A rankings, so I don't know what side of the brackets. I'm sorry, the 5A brackets. I don't know what side of the brackets Warner Robins and Creekside will end up on, but Warner Robins will win that region, and Warner Robins will be a semifinal, if not a final team. I don't think they have enough to beat Creekside this year. I think 5A's is Creekside to lose, but Warner Robins will be right back where they left off.
Pedro
here's my thing. Go ahead.
No, I was gonna add. I was just reading the comments. There's a question whether or not Jefferson is a dark horse.
No. And this is why I say that. We know Jefferson got a good running back / linebacker up there, right? Mm-hmm. But they need more than that.
The guy with the mullet.
Yeah, they need more than that. Is there support for him? I don't think so, because we know Sammy Brown, that's the running back / linebacker. He's the man. My question is, their quarterback is a rising junior, dude by the name of Forrest Ross. He's going to need this year to learn. And then for him to come back next year without Sammy Brown is going to be an issue. And then their defense is going to be young with a tad bit of experience. But Jefferson will handle business. They should make it to the quarterfinals this year, as long as they don't get upset in the first round like they did last year and made it and broke up everybody's bracket.
Yeah, and it's coaching. Jefferson, they got the talent up there. They kind of do some moving around and some bonification. I think I'm gonna make that my word instead of saying bona fide move. We're just gonna say some bonification going on.
Okay.
So they do some bonification up there also. They always have that type talent that you see. Think about Malachi Stark played up there, and Sammy Brown now, who's another 4 or 5-star athlete. You know, they have that talent like that. It's just the coaching, man. They really need to get a coach up there that can get the best out of those players. And you can see Jefferson again, probably on top. But for right now, good point Thirsty is making. They'll handle their business, but, you know, if they don't let that coaching staff prevent them from getting where they should be quarterfinal, if not better.
Okay, so I need for prime time to go into a little more detail. I need to know about this. Did Coffee lose most of their offense to legal trouble? What kind of legal trouble?
Oh, my Lord.
What you talking about now?
Elaborate
on that.
You put it out there, bro.
Because I'm pretty sure we all thought throughout different conversations that we have had throughout the summer and spring and stuff about these upcoming rankings, we thought Coffee would be pretty good this year. And that's why we got them ranked at 5, and I think they can really push this year. So are you telling us something we need to know? Give us some input on that, Prime, so we can know what's going on, because, yeah, we think Coffee should have a pretty good year this year.
Yes. Everybody, hope all is well. What's your name, Facebook user? Because we just see Facebook user. Tell us who you are, please, and welcome.
What did Facebook user say? Oh, hey, everybody, all is well.
Yes, hope all is well. Exactly, Pedro. I want my popcorn and soda too. I need to hear about this. You still with us? Us prime time? George Gordon. Welcome, George. We already talked about 2A, but I don't know what's going on at Coffee, but something is going on. I'm just not sure what. Oh.
Okay, yeah. We need for you to dig a little bit more. Let us get back to
Yeah, because I want to know now. Let me go look.
Oh, that's George Gordon. That's who that was. That's who Facebook
Yeah,
user is. George Gordon. Okay.
yeah, he said his name.
Oh, okay. I see it.
Welcome. He was giving he was giving Thompson the business. Was it Thompson or was it no?
Ring a bell to me.
No, Chris County. He was giving Chris County the business. Oh, he said
Why
I
does-
heard Primetime said I heard the running back is in trouble. George
Why does the name Brandon Slack ring a bell to me right now?
Appling County.
Last year came on with them playing somebody in a scrimmage game or something like that, right?
Yes. He was saying that.
Okay.
It was a sprint, yes.
Okay. Yeah. Talking about they were playing somebody first game of the year and it turned out to be a scrimmage game. Gosh. I'm glad that Mexican dude not on here right now.
He is on here. Facebook user says coffee is stacked. They changed up the offense a lot. They're throwing more now. Okay. Yeah,
Well, I'm gonna be okay. I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna go ahead and put this out in the street. Y'all do what y'all want to do with it. For any team 3A and up, if you do not have a quarterback on your field, on your roster, that you know for a fact that can throw for a minimum of 1,800 yards and 20 touchdowns, you have no shot at a state title. I'm putting it out there right now.
Well, I guess he's saying they're throwing it, so they will,
That would have worked.
I thought he wasn't gonna come back. Joe did him so bad. I mean, my goodness, he did him so bad. Like to the point that anytime somebody brought it up, he would go on and rant each and every time.
Oh, you saying prime time? Say it again. Okay, I'm gonna say it again. From class 3A and up, if you do not have a quarterback that can throw for at least 1,800 yards and 20 touchdowns, you have no shot at a state title.
Mm-hmm.
Numbers don't lie.
O'Neal says he
okay.
agrees, but they've got bruising back too.
Dude,
They've got 2 bruising back.
You can keep the ball and run it and run your 3 clouds and a dust play and keep the ball for 11 minutes and 30 seconds. That team that can air it out, all they need is 30 seconds. Touchdown, right back in it. You got to be able to pass the ball out to win a state title.
Facebook user said, I'm assuming this is George Gordon, but he says, I like Warner Robins to win 5A, great coaches from Rome, and also one from a high level of college. He's calling it now the Demons 2023 state champions.
Why is nobody taking this one thing into consideration with Warner Robinson and several other teams? Dog, where does that 1 year of adjustment come in at with these new coaches? And allowing the players to buy into the system and get comfortable with the new system.
Go to bed, Dro.
That damn Mexican fella at it again, ain't he?
Don't come on here talking about Laney and Brantley County as measurements.
But
who used Brantley County as a measuring stick? Who did that?
I don't know, but every time you bring up them Savannah boy, you know what? He been drinking. Hey, you been on that brown too, huh? But my thing is, if you look at the numbers, right? I don't care what team you look at, from 3A and up, every team that was in the state championship games last year from 3A and up, they all had a quarterback that threw for a minimum of 1,800 yards. At a minimum.
August 4th, Coffee versus Fitzgerald scrimmage game. Be there.
Okay. For what? For what? Why I want to come watch practice? Why are you hyping up practice, man? Who is that? George Gordon. Why are you hyping up practice? We're talking about practice.
They don't take two kinds of people hyping up practice, George. It was a long story, but last year somebody hyped up a scrimmage game, and I don't think they came back to the end of the season.
What are we talking about? We talking about practice, dog. Don't look. I'm gonna tell y'all right now. All these little scrimmage games that's going on next week. Y'all can say what you want to say. It's Pratt.
Daniel James says, I don't know about that 1,800 yards and 20 touchdowns because Cedartown was 1 yard from winning the ship last year, and their quarterback numbers were nothing like that.
Okay, see, here we go. Here we go. Here we go again. It's always that one person, ain't it?
I'm not saying that, Daniel.
Now let's take in consideration Cedartown. My homeboy Eddie Gary, who's a Perry fan, just sent me some stuff about Benedictine. Man, y'all gotta understand, Benedictine ain't that good. They lost to Cedartown by 1 point. I mean, Cedartown lost by 1 point and all of this stuff. Like, they could have beat Benedictine. Okay, understand something. Number one, I just said the best team don't always win. So guess what?
Okay.
I don't know what happened to him.
Fitzgerald, but he said 3A and up, George. I get what you're saying. He said Fitzgerald shut Thomasville down in 2021 with wing T offense and just ran. But his comment was specifically from 3A to 7A. So they were 2A at the time. So
No. Last year they were 4A. And I hear what he's saying.
2021.
And I get it because they offense only barely put up 1,000 yards of passing yards last year, but they ran for over 4,600. So I get what he's saying.
Wait, not last year. Now we talking the year before last, right?
2021, yeah.
Oh, we're talking 2021. Oh, my bad. I thought he was talking about last year. My bad.
No, last year they didn't make it.
Thomasville played for the state championship.
Who?
Fitzgerald and Thomasville played.
No, babe, we talking about Cedartown. They had 4A.
No, but we looking at the comments. We were talking about the comments were George was talking about Fitzgerald shut Thomasville down in 2021 with the wing T offense and just ran. And so we explained to him that he said 3A and above.
3A on up. Yeah, and you can do that in 2A and single A. You can have that.
Yes, that's what he said. That's what we were talking about. But so go back to Cedartown because you cut out.
I was leaving my house and cut off my Wi-Fi. But all I was saying is 2021, Cedartown had a linebacker who ended up going to Georgia. Kid got hurt, man. Can't play football anymore. Feel sorry for that kid because he had a bright future. But that kid was also playing running back. And the running back they had last year, I think both of those backs were well over 200 pounds and was a load to try to tackle. So when you have that type talent in the backfield playing running back, i.e., and this is a lower classification, but just talking about
baby Nick Chubb, running back.
Curry for Thompson. You know, when you have that kind of special back, yeah, we know that you can have those runs where your quarterback is not going to put up those kind of numbers. But in today's offenses where everybody and everything is going to that spread, and you better have a quarterback that can put that ball up.
Daniel says Stockbridge was tied 14-all with Benedictine at halftime, and we fumbled twice on the goal line, so anybody can definitely get beat.
Okay, Daniel, so let me ask you something. What was the final score, Daniel? Shoot us that final score.
Oh, I'll tell you what the final score was. 34-14.
Thursday. What it was Thursday?
34-14.
Now,
so what did you try to say?
Hold, right quick, Thursday. Let me handle this one, please.
Okay.
Do me a favor. Pull up Carver's schedule, Carver of Atlanta. Pull up their schedule from last year.
Boy, I'll tell you. Okay. Carver. Oh,
okay.
I gotta spell it right. But yeah, I know what the schedule. I know pretty much what their schedule was. But yeah, we ready. All right, what are we talking about?
No. Just follow me. What was their number 2? What was their second game of the season?
Riverdale.
Third game.
Stevenson.
Fourth game.
Buford.
Okay. click on that number 4 game for me.
I already got it over. I'm just waiting for your question so I can answer for you.
Tell me what that halftime score was between Carver of Atlanta and Buford.
It was somewhere around 14, 16, 16, 14. Carver leading.
At halftime. What was that final? Give me that final.
44-16. Buford.
Okay. So don't come talking about what you did at halftime versus the end of that game. Now, I myself know things can happen. You can lose momentum, a drive can get stalled, and it just look like you can throw a pick six and the game get blowed out the way and stuff like that. I understand that. But don't talk about because you was 14-14 at halftime, you could play on the field with Benedictine. That don't make no sense. Now, Daniel, I know you've been talking up Stockbridge here lately, and you got a good program. Like I said, I've seen somebody say that you all should be playing for the championship this year against Benedictine. But if I'm not mistaken, you got a long road to hoe to get to that game.
I done told y'all about talking about last year. Put that out early. Don't talk about last year. Don't bring last year up. I don't know why you're doing it.
Your face.
That's all I'm saying.
Hi, Rebecca. Welcome. She says Benedictine is a tough team. They certainly are. Hey, Danny, what's going on?
Oh man, yeah, but y'all funny.
We're gonna come back to your predictions in a minute, George, and then we'll because we're gonna talk about what we do in the season too. So
All right. Okay. Man, I've been this. Bottom line is in 6A, it's Langston Hughes to lose. And I mean, we can talk about any team on here, but at the end of the day, it's Langston Hughes' state title to lose.
Gainesville has been saying a lot.
It is Langston Hughes' title to lose.
I don't disagree. I'm just putting it out there. That's my job. To say that the people in Gainesville are talking, and what they're saying is now that the coach from Alabama, who has won 6 state championships in Alabama, and I know that doesn't necessarily translate to Georgia, but I'm just saying what they're saying. Since he's gotten that year of adjustment in, that and the fact that he just got there and he's playing for a state champion, he was playing for a state championship, he just didn't win. Just look for them to come, and they plan on winning it all.
It is Langston Hughes' championship to lose. Now, would they be playing Gainesville again? Probably so. It's still Hughes' state title to lose.
A lot of people, I knew people were going to ask about this. George wants to know how in the world is Lee County number 6? Jamie says they got he has Lee County winning it all. Yeah, how's Lee County number 7 with who they have coming back? They're favored for 6A against Gainesville this year. Hughes is great, but can't win state every year. I bet my credit card on it. What's your card limit, George?
No, it's maxed out, so that ain't no bet.
Hi, Facebook user, tell your name. You're checking in. Just tell us who you are. Primetime, I don't understand your question. Say it. It's restated again. Daniel says somebody else was talking about Benedictine. He was just saying that they can be beat. They definitely got a tough, well-coached team, but they are not unbeatable. But we're gonna go back to this Lee County question. Why are they number 7?
Where do you think Lee County should be at? That's what I need to know. And I will give you why Lee County sits at 7 once I understand where you think they deserve to be.
They'll type it in just a minute.
I know. I'm waiting. I'm patiently waiting.
At least. Jamie says top 5.
Top 5 at least. Okay.
George, I'm assuming, says Lee County sits at number 2. DeQuan, welcome. Because Ware showed that last year. What did they show last year?
Here's the problem with Lee County.
Oh, on Benedictine. Okay.
My issue with Lee County is we could not properly evaluate Lee County. But we do understand that Lee County is bringing something back. But I will tell you this right now. Lee County is not better than those top 2 teams in 6A. They might not be better than the top 4 teams in 3A right now. I would tell you that much. I do not see Lee County playing in a semifinal game this year. I do not see it. I really don't.
Hey, Obadiah, welcome. When was the last time Niblett beat Thompson High? I don't know who that is.
I don't know, but but my thing is with Lee County. You got. I'm looking at your schedule right now. All right, Lee County. You're playing beneath you by playing Warner Robins. You're playing Hateville Charter, Lithia Springs. Oh, snap. You finally stepped up and decided to play somebody in Colquitt County. And then you play Lake Gibson out of Florida. Give me a break, dude. So, in my mind, basically, if you lose that first game of the season to Warner Robins, don't say nothing else on this. Don't say nothing else in our comments for the rest of the year.
Hey, baby girl.
I'm gonna leave it at that. If you beat Warner Robins, you can speak for the rest of the season. But if you lose to Warner Robins, you can't say nothing else to us for the rest of the year. Your name pop up, get him out of here.
Facebook user says Lee County is a traditional powerhouse, owned Lowndes and Valdosta for years, and you sound crazy talking about they ain't better than Gainesville. Look how great Houston County did against Gainesville, and look at what Lee County did to Houston County last year. Okay, a couple of things.
And wait, hold on.
This is George. Okay, go ahead.
He got me lost right now.
Okay, so here's the thing. At the beginning, we put a disclaimer that you would probably see a lot of changes, but usually the 7 between 10 teams, we didn't have as much information on them. First thing, and then the second thing is we talking about last year.
Houston County lost last year, 2 Gainesville in a discussion. But once again, we ain't talking about last year. We're talking about this what's on the current roster and what's coming up for this season. Don't talk about last year.
Because, I mean, Lee County could very well be better than the top 17, but we don't know it because we didn't have as much information on them. Not only that, y'all trying to make it seem like Houston County is a slouch, and they just aren't. And Lee County, as far as a powerhouse, Lee County has been a powerhouse for what? For how long?
I'm waiting for the fan to tell me. I don't even feel like looking it up.
Lee County smokes the Demons by 45 plus in Leesburg. Nah.
But y'all got some good dope down there. That's all I'm gonna say. Y'all got some good dope down there. Do me a favor, send me some.
History repeats itself. Look at Ware versus Coffee last year.
Stop. I ain't gonna even entertain that comment because you're talking about last year. Next.
The Quan says, oh yeah, Jamie says we're talking about right now. Forget what happened last year. It's in the past. The
Thank
Quan
you.
Franklin says Lee's style of play isn't beating the top 2 teams.
Thank you.
Primetime asks what Houston County has.
Oh, Houston County?
Yes.
Oh, give me a second. Let me grab my notes. I can't remember everything, so I got to write stuff down. All right, so bear with me. Let me get to my notes for Houston County. So for Houston County, right? Antoine Hill. Do I need to keep going?
Yeah.
Can I stop right there? Do I need to keep going?
You probably need to because they
Okay.
About the defense and stuff too, because that was
the name that's gonna jump out this year on defense is gonna be a guy by the name of EJ Nobles, linebacker. That's who you're gonna look for this year from Houston County defense. But going back to their offense, all I gotta say, I'm gonna give you 3 names. 3 names on offense: Antoine Hill, Ryan Talib, and Kel Woodburn. Antoine Hill at quarterback put up over 3,600 yards total offense. Ryan Talib, running back, put up over 2,000 yards of total offense. Kel Woodburn put up over 1,000 receiving yards. only issue they have is what Calvin Bryan is saying. Defense. The name that's going to jump out on for you on defense this year is going to be EJ Noble. The defense is going to be senior heavy this year for sure. I will say this with them though: the defense should be good enough to get them to the quarterfinals. And I don't care what your team name is in 6A. If you ain't throwing for over 2,500 yards in 6A, you ain't got a shot at a state title. Bottom line.
DeQuan says Lee doesn't have the air attack, and that defensive stigma isn't there as much as it was in the past years. That's not saying they aren't going to be top 5, but they aren't going to be clear-cut well above the rest. I want y'all's honest opinion. Lee County versus Miami Central Rockets of Florida. Who y'all
Miami Central. And you ain't got to. Once you said Miami Central.
Golly, you can't even get it out.
Nope, I ain't letting you. I'm not gonna let you finish that. Miami Central, Lee County ain't got no business going down there bothering them good folks.
Lee County has a grown man at running back. They sure do, and I wish I knew his name. I can't pronounce it correctly, and I don't like mispronouncing people's names. But yes, he's very, very good.
You're gonna need more than a running back to get into a semifinal game in 6A. You're gonna need more than just a running game.
Yeah, I don't want to mispronounce his name, but it's Ausman Chroma.
Yeah.
If I mispronounce your name, anybody out there, my apologies. But yes, that's him, and I've heard a lot of great things about him. Jeremy says Lee County's running back makes up most of their offense, and everybody else on that side of the ball is playing catch up.
And I told you know what? You finally gave a very true assessment tonight. I'm proud of you. I wish I could give you a round of applause. You know what? Thank you, Jeremy. You actually talking football
twice a day.
You talking? I know, right? Clock twice. Hey, you stupid. All right, but TCC, y'all fan base is a trip. Now, I will give this with what you got going on down at TCC. I really don't see it all coming together this year. But next year, let's come back and revisit and see what you got. Because I don't care. You're not beating any one of those top 4. You're not beating any one of those top 3 teams in 6A. Not this year.
Somebody said don't sleep on Tifton. They got that quarterback from where is he from?
Did somebody just say Tiff?
Yeah, they got that quarterback. He left and he went to Fitzgerald. Now he's at Tiff County, I think. Was he at Lee? I don't remember where it was. Jamie says their coach holds them back, in my opinion. Who, Lee County, Fabrizio? Holds them back. Is that what you're saying, Jamie?
What's going on, people?
Hey, Mo, what's going on?
Chilling.
Man, we got one more class to go through. One more class.
And Jamie said, talk to me about tips.
All right. Real fast. I'm going to leave it at this for 7A. I don't care who your team is in 7A. As of right now, it's all about those top 4 teams. Everybody else, just, man, go to the concession stand, get your popcorn, sit back and watch the show in the Final Four. And let the Final Four run. Because those 2 weekends in 7A is going to be some of the best football we're going to watch in the state of Georgia. Outside of August 18th on ESPN2. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, then you need to get on the page and read the post on the page for August 18th. And guess who's going to be on ESPN2? We'll talk about that next week. But 7A, them top 14 is going to put on a show. And from the semifinals all the way up to the Mercedes-Benz.
Primetime says Walton is up there by number 2.
What you
just explain your reasoning. That's all. Obadiah says Lowndes might shake up 7A.
That OL stands for OnlyFans.
No, that's Obadiah Farley.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Stop acting up.
Nah,
Yeah.
it ain't gonna happen. It ain't gonna happen.
Buford is coming back for revenge.
No, here's my thing with Buford. What Buford is motivated to do is to win a state title in 7A and claim something that no other school in the state of Georgia will ever be able to claim.
They won in every
Won a state title in every classification. Buford's on a mission. That's their motivation to win 7A because of what happened between them and Walton last year.
Mm-hmm.
Buford's on a mission to win a 7A title because this is the last year for 7A. It's win or bust. It's win or never for Buford. Buford wants that title. They got to get that title to be able to say, we have done something that no other school in the state of Georgia will ever be able to do. Win a state title in every classification that the state of Georgia has had. That's all the motivation Buford got.
Buford is not letting that go by, according to
Now,
they're not.
I will say this. After this year, depending on how 6A shapes up, Carrollton should be in control of 6A for at least 2 years.
Because of Juju.
Yes. Juju gonna have 2 years remaining. They should run 2 state titles back to back with Juju after this year, going forward. Okay. Grayson, Valdosta, Milton. What about them? They are going to be no factors this year in 7A.
Ooh.
Same. That's why Valdosta's not ranked right now. They're not going to be a factor. I guarantee Valdosta might lose to Camden County this year.
Okay.
Exactly.
Daquan, we did not have Ware County in the finals. We had them at number 10.
Ware County, 5A. I got 5A on the screen.
We had number 7. We had them at number 7. So can you tell us, because your quarterback left, have you seen the quarterback at Ware County?
It ain't gonna be the same production.
Mm-mm.
And that's the biggest question that we have for Ware County. How does Ware County bounce back from that big of a loss? That's the thing. That's our question for Ware County. That joker said TCC should go back to 4A next year.
They might, because they got to move to 7A, but I doubt they'll probably end up in 5A when they redistribute. They'll probably end up in 5A, but I don't know that they'll go back to 4A. But once they do redistribution, there is a possibility that they will go back to 4A. I just think it won't be. I think it's gonna be 5A though. But that's just.
I don't think they want to go back to 4A. They didn't do nothing to 4A.
Who is Facebook user? Is this George? I really believe that Coffee will upset Ware County this year. We should.
And it's possible because we know what Ware County lost. How are they going to replace that production? I don't care. You went 5A, 6A, 7A, 5, 6, 7, 8. You got to have that key player at that key position of quarterback to make a difference. And they don't have that right now.
Yeah. Daquan says he won't have the same production, but he's good enough. Just like our quarterback last year was good enough. He was more than good enough to me.
Hold on. You talking about for Ware County?
Yes. That
boy was exceptional.
When I say good enough, meaning he wasn't a Thomas. Thomas was supposed to win 3 trophies his last 2 years. But hey, he said our running game and defense is on another level, and 5A doesn't have a powerhouse throwing team. What?
Stop right. Time out.
Okay.
5A doesn't have a powerhouse throwing team. Did you not look at the number 2 teams the top 3 teams on this list? Dude, the top 3 teams on this list for 5A. It's throwing the ball out the stadium.
Yeah. We won't get
Cartersville.
into it.
I mean, you got Cartersville and Cal by themselves Cartersville put up 2,300 yards passing. Cal put up 2,800 yards passing by themselves. Now, Creekside was a little balanced because of Caleb Downs last year, so they did a lot of simple stuff. But they still put up over 1,600 yards.
It's Ware County's new quarterback looks pretty solid. He watched him in a camp against Brunswick. I'm reading these.
Man, stop. You don't follow for Savannah School. You know how Savannah schools are not a measuring stick unless it's Benedictine.
Brunswick is an hour and a half away from.
It's all in the same area. That's just like saying Brantley County.
Okay, so listen, guys, we're gonna have to wrap it up in a couple of minutes, but I just want to get through these last few comments. Facebook user says Obadiah says it's between Warner Robins or Ware County, in my opinion. Okay, Daquan says Cal won't make it out of the second round. The matchup is bad for them.
Depending on who they play.
Daquan says the bracket won't favor the passing game.
Lies and garbage.
Danny says Coffee will have to play a perfect game to beat Ware County. Facebook user George says Ware is bringing back a lot on defense. I'm not sure what the offense returns.
Okay.
So I like Warner Robins versus Calhoun. I don't want Calhoun to win hopscotch, but that's just it. Okay, so guys, we've gotten through all 7 classifications. It's time to wrap it up for this evening. I want to thank everybody for their participation tonight. We certainly appreciate it. We thank you so much. We want to thank our EP for doing executive producer thing, being the big boss. I also want to say, just let you guys know that you can support this podcast by sending stars. Stars helps the podcast earn money to make more content. Or you can cash app FNL Podcast show. We're not in it for the money. We're just doing it we're doing it because we love high school football. We want to give you all quality content, and giving quality content would be better if we had more funds. Also, because school is starting back, we would like for you to help us support some deserving students in need of school supplies, because everybody can't get them. So if you would like to donate so that we can give out gift cards to those in need, you can send money to FNL Podcast show as well. Thanks to Mike, thanks to Yo, thanks to everybody. Again, this was a great show. Make sure you come back. I think it's next week. Is it next week where we'll be on twice a week, or is it the week after? Not sure. But soon we'll I'm sorry, I'm getting tongue twisted.
August 14th for sure.
Yeah. Okay, so starting August 14th, we'll be coming back twice a week. So next week, come back next Wednesday, and we'll have some other things to discuss. And we can talk about, keep talking about this if you want to. Anything else, EP? Anything else, Mike?
All I'm saying is, get ready to beat the Wizards.
Our friend is coming back, y'all, and I think I saw George. I think George made some predictions earlier. George, you weren't with us last year, but we have a wizard. He's a savant, and he predicts the winning. He predicts games. So if you want to see if you can beat him, we'll have all that information to for the upcoming weeks. So, anything else?
The wizard is on his way. Okay, let me stop.
I
just had to get that in because he asked me to plug it in. He had texted me yesterday like, "Hey man, put a plug in for me." The wizard is he's coming. But yeah, he's looking forward August 14th. He should be in with his week one predictions. Or actually on Wednesday, Monday, his week one predictions to give everybody time to get the pick'ems in for that week. And he just wanted me to reinforce that weekly pick'ems going 12 weeks. Everybody know high school football is 12 weeks, right? Okay, 10 games, two off weeks. Okay, so whoever has the most victories through the regular season would challenge him in the playoffs for $50. Or was he gonna up it this year to 100? I don't know. I gotta ask him
You
again.
gotta ask him.
Yeah, just to make sure. But last year it was $50 that he paid out to somebody that actually beat him by a game or two. But yeah, so look forward to that coming up and starting back up in 2 weeks. As long as he can lead a wicked witch up west alone, he'll be good to go, man. She's been driving that dude crazy. But anyway, it's going on. We're at an hour and 40 minutes.
Yes.
I know EP is blowing us up, talking about, man, will y'all end this?
We're ending it now. Y'all make sure y'all come back next week to talk to us. We enjoy talking with you, and we thank you so much for engaging. We appreciate you.
Peace up. A-Town down. Love y'all.
Good night, guys.
Ten, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
Tune in.
This is your Friday Night Lights podcast, photo and entertainment, and Middle Georgia sales and services. Coke don't worry about Pepsi.
I had to go see a man about a minute.
Look at here, look at here.
A-Town down.
And you better not lose.
Tune in.
Not so fast, my friend.
You better say it with your chest.
Come on now, shout it.
And you better not lose.
Hey, you better watch your mouth now.
I am a Laker.
Better shut your mouth.
Yes, I am. I don't mean to interrupt.
Better say it with your chest.
Let's get it.
And you better not lose.
We all.